Bonjour, this is Cooking Fabulously, the channel that puts more fun and fabulousness into French food. My name's Andrew Pryor, and well, my food, some say, is a little bit like me. Might not look pretty, but it sure does taste delicious. Today, we're making a gâteau or yaourt. In other words, we're making the French yogurt cake. The gâteau or yaourt, which actually sounds a little bit Danish rather than a bit French to me, anyways, became popular in French households in the 1950s when the manufacturing of yogurt was generalised here in France after the Second World War. It also became popular because it's simple. You just take one tub. Oh, wait 1 second. Yogurt. Oh, here we go. You just take one tub of yogurt and that's your measuring tool. This recipe is simple. It's half a tub of sunflower oil, 1 tub of yogurt, 2 tubs of sugar, 3 tubs of flour, pop in 3 eggs, 7 grams of baking flour, a teaspoon of vanilla essence, the zest of a lemon, and voila! There you go, a gâteau or yaourt, or a yogurt cake. Let's get cooking, shall we? The ingredients for this dish are, well, I just mentioned them, didn't I? Anyway, here's the ingredients, just in case you missed that part. Normally when I make a gâteau yaourt, I use a loaf tin, but in this case, I'm going to go and try something a little bit different. Of course I'm going to do that when I'm making a YouTube video. So I'm going to try cooking it in this bundt pan. So what I want to do is just give it a light spray all over, and then just with the pastry brush, just make sure you get into all those nooks and crannies. Basically, I'm just making sure that I get, even though it's a non-stick pan, but I just thought, well, try it in this and see what happens. And we'll see what happens. If you're using a round cake tin though, a spring-formed one, or even just a normal one, I would put a bit of parchment paper in the bottom. For a loaf tin, you shouldn't really need to do that, but you can do it if you like. It's always safe. But with the bundt tin, it should be fine. Lightly oiled, all good. Let's see how we go. For the main part of making the cake, so it couldn't be simpler. All we need to do is get our half a pot of sunflower oil into a large mixing bowl, our 1 pot of yogurt. You can get the recipe for this on my blog, and in the recipe I'll actually put the exact ingredients in grams. The link will be in the description just below in this video. And our sugar, that's 2 pots of sugar. And we simply want to just give this a whisk until it's all combined. That's it. And then we add our egg yolks. And again, whisk them until they're combined. I forgot to mention, I preheated my oven to 180 degrees Celsius. You should do that as soon as you start getting all your ingredients together. Really simple recipe. And now for our dry ingredients, which is our 3 pots of all-purpose plain flour and 7 grams of baking powder. And just give those a mix in carefully so you don't get flour everywhere. You're looking for a batter consistency. A bit of a thick batter. But you want to make sure you whisk it to get rid of all those lumps. This is great exercise for my New Year's resolutions. Bonne année everybody, by the way, 2021. Let's hope it's a better year than 2020. I'm sure it will be. So we've mixed that in to a batter consistency, like this. And then I'm gonna add the zest of 1 lemon. And also, I've got some homemade vanilla extract here. Couldn't be simpler. But I think it's 8 months ago. I just took some vanilla pods and mixed it in with some vodka and put it in the cellar. Perfect homemade vanilla essence. And just a teaspoon of that. Give that a good mix to combine. And voila, it's done. Couldn't have been more simpler. So we just get our cake tin. I love this bowl because it's really got a great handy way for you to hold the bowl whilst you're pouring. Let's hope it works, shall we? So just pour that in very carefully, all around Making sure you get every last drop. Don't want to waste any of this lovely batter. Rightio, that's it. Pop it in the oven for between 40 and 45 minutes, or if it starts to get a bit more brown on top and you're worried about it, then just insert a knife in or a skewer, and if it comes out clean, it's done. And then you have a delicious yogurt cake. Set our timer for 40 minutes. And I'll see you then. By the way, are you a member on Patreon yet? If you are, then thank you for supporting me. If you're not, Patreon is a great way for you to support Cooking Fabulously. For as little as, thanks Lenny, for as little as €3 a month, you can help me make more Cooking Fabulously videos. Oh, that's the alarm. Just check on that cake, shall we? So skewer, and yep, it's all clean. Rightio. Let's take the cake out. Voila, looking good, if I do say so myself. And we're just going to let that rest here for 5 minutes in the tin, like this, on a cooling rack. Can I just point out the sugar brand here in France? Daddy Sugar, that's right. We don't just have sugar daddies, but we have Daddy Sugar here in France. Not a paid commercial at all, no. Oh, that's my alarm again. So what we want to do is just take our pan, the wire rack on top, turn it over fairly quickly, pop a tea towel on top, just give it a good whack. Nice gentle tap, and then hopefully, all going well, it won't come out. My feelings exactly, Lenny. My feelings exactly. Voila, just like that. I think that doesn't look too bad. So we're just going to allow that to cool completely on the rack here, and then we're going to sprinkle it all with icing sugar. Make it look a bit prettier than it is, but I don't think it looks that bad. This is my gâteau or yaourt, or as they say in French. No, that is how they say it in French. Lenny, stop making comments about my jokes, please. Now that our cake is cooled down, we've got some more sugar daddy. This time, a bit of icing sugar, just going to dust it over the top. You could make a glaze and dribble that down, that would be really great, but I don't want it too sweet, this cake, so I'm just going to do some icing sugar over the top. You want to make sure that it is cool before you do this, because otherwise your icing sugar is just going to melt into the cake. We'll just give it a bit of a tap over the top, bit of a whack. No, I'm not enjoying this. All right, maybe I am. There we go. And here we have my Gâteau or yaourt yogurt cake. Let's get eating, shall we?